Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of October 2021. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my original tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and then I will close out your reading, Aquarius, with a Halloween Oracle card. Yes, it is that time, my favorite time of year. Fall, because it's my birthday, but also I do love Halloween and I love all things fall. Also, before we get started, I want to throw out a couple of announcements. A lot of you have been reaching out to me talking about you want to start a business, and the question is, how do you know if or when you should quit your job to either start a business or work on your business full time? I have created a free checklist for you. It is called the 6 things that you must have in place before you quit your job and go into your business full time. I will have that link down below, so make sure you grab a copy of that because I do think it is very, very helpful. Also, a lot of you have reached out to me for private readings, and if you did not know, I am taking a break from private readings right now. I probably will start readings up again in January, but if you do want to get a reading, I wanted to let you know that I have partnered with Keen.com, and I do have a coupon for you where you can get a $1.99 for 10 minutes if you are a brand new customer. Keen is one of the oldest and largest psychic networks online today, and I have worked with them for going on 3 years now. And if you are interested in getting a reading because you can't wait for me until January, I will have that link for you down below so you can try Keen. You know, it's very, very affordable. You know, you can do it on the phone, or you can do I think text message chat as well, but I will have that link below if you are interested. All right, Aquarius, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Yes, I think that's all of my all of the announcements for the intro. All right, so what do we need to know for the sign of Aquarius as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of October 2021. What do we need to know for the sign of Aquarius? All right, Aquarius. So, changes are definitely happening for you. I do see you leaving something that no longer serves you. The other thing I see is that you have overcome some challenges and now you're feeling, you're feeling accomplished. But at the same time, it's a little bit unnerving. It's almost like you're feeling a little bit unstable. Now, this is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just an unfamiliar, uncomfortable thing. Now, as that relates to your money, you're going to have to kind of work through this because you don't want to get caught in feeling like you have no control, when really it's just the control has to be directed in a different direction. And I hope that makes sense. But let's go ahead and start with the Magician. The Magician in the reverse tells me that you have a lot of resources, you have a lot of opportunities, you have a lot of choices. The thing is you're probably just not tapping into it, Aquarius. As we move into October, you may feel like, you know, maybe you're feeling overwhelmed because you have too many choices, you know, especially as it relates to your money and to your finances. You know, do you want to quit your job? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to do both? Do you want to work part-time and do your business part-time? Do you want to open a second business? I have a lot of you who have multiple ventures going on, and So you really can create your own financial foundation here. You don't have to kind of follow the old paradigm of only having one business or only having one source of income. But I do feel like there's some opportunities you're not quite tapping into yet, Aquarius. We also have the Eight of Cups. This means you're leaving something. You're walking away from something. And I have a feeling this is something that should have been done a long time ago, but you're finally in the position to do it. Could be a job, could be a business, could be a relationship. Whatever the case may be, it's definitely going to impact you financially. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to get wiped out or go broke, but it does mean that, again, you're going to have to pay attention to your money situation and how you spend, how you save, how you budget, okay? We also have the Nine of Wands here. Nine of Wands is overcoming feelings of discouragement. We have the Devil in reverse. I love seeing that card in the reverse because it means you have broken free from something that was holding you back. These two cards are very significant because they both say the same thing but in a different way. Walking away from something, breaking free from something. Overcoming a challenge, healing from an addiction. Whatever it was impacting your finances. And now you don't have that costing you, not only financially, but also maybe emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and so forth. Okay, so this is a very good card to see in the reverse. Next, we got the Four of Wands. Four of Wands in the reverse. This is where I was talking about things are feeling a little bit, unstable. Things are feeling a little bit, shaky. Why? Because you are figuring out what's going to be your next move. Not because you don't have any options. Like I said, I think you've got too many options, Aquarius. How do you want to make your money? And then, how much not money, but how much time can you devote to what it is you're trying to do? If it's a job, are you going to take on a second job? Are you going to cut back your hours? It's almost like you have too many choices, and that can be a little overwhelming. Finally, we have the King of Wands. There's somebody in your professional world who has an eye on you. And I'm not saying this in a romantic way, but there's either a boss, a coworker, a manager, maybe an investor, maybe a client. There's somebody seeking you out or somebody who is considering you for something. Could be a job, could be a partner, maybe somebody wants to work with you, they want to hire you for something. But this just means that you are attracting attention from someone who is in a position to help you financially, okay? A lot of times I see this in a job situation where the manager is looking favorably upon you. But that doesn't mean that's the only thing, the only, situation out there where you can be attracting attention from someone who can boost your finances. Like I said, it could be someone just wants to hire you. They see how fabulous you are and they want to hire you because you're so darn good. Whatever the case may be, again, this is definitely a financial boost. So pay attention to who seems to be taking an interest in you roughly around this first week of October, because they definitely are in a position to exchange money, resources, ideas, or something that will benefit you. They're in a position to give, and it's going to be mutually beneficial. All right, Aquarius, let's see what else is showing up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2021. What do we need to know for the sign of Aquarius? All right, Aquarius, as we move into the second week of October, again, like I said, I see you attracting attention here. People want to work with you. People want to hire you. People want to give you money. They want to partake in your expertise, in your skills. So get ready, because you probably will have an influx of clients, customers, or maybe projects that people want you to work on. But let's go ahead and start with the Judgment card. The Judgment card in the reverse means I'm feeling like this is twofold. There's a decision that you, Aquarius, are not making, and you need to make it, okay? So by not making a decision, that's a decision, believe it or not. The other thing is, I see you making a decision, but it's probably not the best one for you, and you realize that, but you're making it anyway. And I say that because I fell on this Magician card that's in the reverse. Remember, the Magician card talks about you not tapping into every resource that's available to you. The Judgment card kind of means that you're making a decision, but it's kind of like the decision is not full volume. It's like you're making kind of a, for lack of a better word, like a half-assed decision, because you have to make a decision. And I'm feeling like this is going to be something where, although it may not impact you now, it's going to impact you in the future. So really pay attention to what you're saying yes to and what you're saying no to and what you are agreeing to, because I have a feeling like you may shoot yourself in the foot here financially. So pay attention. Don't be afraid to say yes or no if it's going to protect you financially, if it's going to protect your assets, if it's going to protect your profits, okay? Don't agree to something just because, you know, you don't want to hurt someone's feelings or something like that. But I feel like this Judgment card is telling me that you're not making a decision, like I said, to the fullest impact that it needs to be made. But here's where things get really, really good. We've got the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is a very good card. This is the wish card. This is the card of whatever it is that you've been hoping, wishing, praying, having faith about. It does start to show up for you in a very good way, especially anything financial, money, work, business related, right? So, you know, sometimes you can do things as far as making decisions, and it may not necessarily mess things up, right? It's like sometimes we know, okay, I could do this, but then something else shows up that's even better and we do that, and then you agreeing to do whatever it was in the first place doesn't necessarily mess things up, right? So I'm seeing that that's kind of what's going on here. You may make a kind of a sloppy decision here, but it doesn't mean it's messing you up for your future. It doesn't mean it's messing up your current money situation. It doesn't mean it's messing anything up. But it may be something that shows up later, right? It may be something that impacts your money down the line. So that's why I'm saying pay attention. Do the best you can right now, because even though the impact of something may not be immediate, it's still something that needs to be managed to the best of your ability. I already talked about the Three of Pentacles here. Like I said, you're attracting attention. People want to hire you. People want to work with you. The Seven of Wands here, this is a great card because it means communication is flowing. You know, you're going to be having conversations, meetings, probably negotiating with people for certain things. And it looks like you're going to have some really good financial money investment, business conversations, and they're going to go well. You know, you may feel a little nervous going in, but by the time everything is all said and done, you will have a very, very good conversation or a very good meeting with someone. Next, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is budgeting. This is make sure you're paying attention to the budget, but make sure you're investing where it matters, okay? You know, if you can afford to get a better computer because it will help you work faster, then do that. You know, don't be cheap when it comes to things that are going to help you produce more, things that are going to help you make more money, save time, put out better quality work. You have to invest in those things, okay? And that's what I'm picking up from this card here. All right, Aquarius, let's see what else shows up for you. Ooh. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2021, what do we need to know for the sign of Aquarius? Okay. All right, Aquarius, as we move into the second half of October, things really start turning for you in a very good way. You've got the Wheel of Fortune here. That is the card of luck. That's also the card of an unexpected win in some way, shape, or form. So that's very exciting. It's an unexpected, unbelievable stroke of good luck. Serendipity, being in the right place at the right time. The other thing about the Wheel of Fortune, if things have been feeling like they're just not going the way they should, the Wheel of Fortune tells us that things really start turning and working in your favor. So this could be anything. Because we're talking about money and finances, I say that you're going to have some unexpected good luck as it relates to your money. I don't know what it could be because I'm not in your life, but I've had this show up in readings I've done for myself, and I know that this card really talks about surprises, right? Good surprises, not bad surprises. Well, when it's in the upright, it's good surprises. So I feel like there's going to be some really good surprises, good financial surprises for you as we move into the second half of October, Aquarius. Next, we've got the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is an interesting card because there is something that's heavy on your mind and heavy on your heart. Could it be something that is related to this decision we talked about earlier? Probably, because it fell right onto that card. I do feel, again, because you're not tapping into all the resources that are available to you, and some of them you may not even be aware of, right? Like sometimes it's hard for you to see things objectively when it's your life or when it's your situation. But I do see that could be, there's something heavy weighing on you, and it could be something from this decision, or it could be because you have the ability to do something, but you're not doing it, or you don't want to do it, or it doesn't feel right, whatever the case may be. That's something that you're going to have to work out on your own, right? Because you're going to have to kind of dig and see what's going on with you emotionally, or what's going on in your head, okay? Next, we got the King of Pentacles. I don't like seeing him in the reverse. King of Pentacles tells me that there's something more that needs to be absorbed. There's something that has to be learned. There's something where you need to have some more experience or more knowledge in, and you don't have that yet, right? So you need to put some more time and energy into something because it will pay off financially. In some of the readings I've been having this month, I've been picking up that we really need to pay attention to our financial news now more than ever. Start paying attention to the market reports, start paying attention to not only mainstream media, but also do your own independent research, look at smaller sources of information. I guess that's the best way to say it, because things definitely are changing with our economy, and I have a feeling like a lot of us are going to have to get really knowledgeable really, really quickly, because it could cost us not only, financially, but it could cost us, maybe even parts of our future, maybe parts of our children's future. And I'm trying to say this in a roundabout way, so I'm hoping some of you can pick up on what I'm trying to say. But please pay attention to what's happening in our financial markets right now. Start listening to market reports, start studying things that you are involved in as it relates to your retirement, as it relates to your savings, as it relates to our economy. And I think that will definitely help you feel more secure and more comfortable about what you can control as it relates to your money. Next, we have the Justice card, another one I don't like seeing in the reverse. Why? Because this means there's a decision that's being made and you have no input, you have no influence, you have no say in the matter. And I'm not surprised, because we just talked about the King of Pentacles, where we need more knowledge about something. Our government is making a lot of decisions for us in areas that may not necessarily resonate with all of us, right? So we're having decisions made for us and we have no say in the matter. So it's almost one of those things where you have to do the best you can with what you have. And I feel like that's what's coming through here, is even though decisions are being made or maybe even forced upon us in some way, shape, or form, What we have to do is do the best we can with what we know, which is why we need to increase what we know so we can counteract certain decisions that impact us to the best of our ability. Next, we have the Two of Swords. This is another decision card. Very interesting. I got these three cards together. Two of Swords means there's a decision being made, but you do make some decisions here. You know, it's not like Aquarius, you're not making decisions. You do make a decision here, and I feel like this is something where you do feel empowered. It was probably a decision you were struggling with, but by the time we hit the second half of October, you say, okay, this is the direction I'm going to go, or this is the action I'm going to take, right? And that does bring you, it does bring you a sense of peace, because now things are not just kind of hanging. It's like you've made a decision, there's a direction, there's a plan we're going to follow, and financially that's going to give you some parameters and some boundaries as far as how you save, how you spend, how you budget, and how you delegate your money. Finally, we have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups means that you may not have a lot of choices here. Now, it's interesting because remember, you have a lot of resources you're not tapping into. But the Seven of Cups means that you have several choices, but not all of them are exciting, or not all of them resonate, or not all of them are interesting, right? This happens to everybody, so don't feel like, you know, you're the only one experiencing this, Aquarius. But the thing is pay attention to the choices that show up. Not all of them are going to be a good fit for you. And like I said, it's one of those things where you just have to kind of do the best with what's presented to you, and then understand that you're going to have a long-term goal, and you're going to have to deal with some things right now, but it's not going to disrupt the vision you have for yourself in the future. All right, let's go ahead and see what else shows up for my beautiful Aquarius. As it relates to, oh, nice, money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of October 2021. Oh, great. Okay. So, Aquarius, as we close out the month of October 2021, you're going to be taking all the right actions, okay? You're going to be doing all the right things. So, that's a really good feeling to prepare you, right? Because you may not even be aware that you're doing the right things, but it looks like it's all coming together. You're even going to have some help and some assistance in the process. But let's go ahead and start with the Empress. Now, she's one of my favorite cards because she represents the divine feminine. She's also a beautiful card because she talks about birth. She talks about nature. The other thing about her is that she talks about timing, in that you cannot speed certain things up and you cannot slow them down. Things take as long as they take, right? Just like Empress, we talk about pregnancy. That, you know, nature does what it's going to do in the time that it does it, and we can't speed it up or slow it down. The other thing about the Empress is she's also a very protective energy, right? There's certain things going on, and I feel like you're going to be very, very protective with your finances as we close out the month, Aquarius. You're going to feel very, very nurturing. You're nurturing your money. You're nurturing your business, being very protective and very supportive of your customers, your clients, your work even. But I just feel like this is a very, very good card. There's a very good energy here. And I'm not surprised because it fell on the Wheel of Fortune. Remember, that's that lucky card that's definitely coming your way. Now, we also have the Seven of Wands. This is a repeater card here. Seven of Wands talks about good communication. You know, it's not about a defensive bickering back and forth. It's about a really nice communicative flow. So you're going to be having some meetings, maybe some conversations, maybe some email exchanges back and forth, but it's not going to be anything heavy or tense. It's just going to be a very smooth, like I said, communicative, good conversation. It's like things are going to just really, really flow well. We also have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is probably my favorite card in the deck. The Nine of Pentacles talks about luxury, talks about opulence, everything high end, everything, you know, top notch, top shelf. It's just a very, very beautiful card. Now, the Nine of Pentacles in this sense, because she fell on that King of Pentacles, tells me that you do start learning more about finances. You start learning more about money. You start learning more about your investments, about your business, whatever the case may be. And it definitely pays off. It puts you in a much higher level. It really puts you, I mean, obviously you're going to up level, but it's more than that. It's like putting you really at the top of the top of the top. You know, you really are someone who is, I want to say, in the top percentage of whatever it is that you're doing here, you know, in your job, in your company, in your business. You know, knowledge really kind of separates you from those who don't have that same knowledge. And so it's really going to make you shine in a very top-notch way. Excuse me. Next, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. This is a card of taking action, right? It's not about stepping back. No, it's about being proactive in a very bold way. And it definitely pays off because we've got two beautiful cards here. We've got the Ten of Cups. Even if it's in the reverse, doesn't mean it's negative. The Ten of Cups means that, you know, your good is happening, maybe to a lesser degree, maybe not in the time that you expect, but good is definitely happening. Celebration is on the way. Something worth being excited and jubilant and very happy and joyful about is definitely going to show up for you at the end of the month. Finally, we got the Knight of Cups. This is assistance, someone showing up literally to save you, to save the situation, to save the problem, to fix whatever maybe, you know, needs fixing. You definitely are going to get some support. You're going to get some help. You're going to get some, I want to say it's, I mean, it is the knight in shining armor showing up to save the day, but it may not necessarily come in that form. You know, it could be maybe the deadline is extended. Maybe somebody fixes something for free, you know, and you don't have to pay to get your computer fixed or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is, it's going to be good, and it's definitely going to show up in the right timing and in the right way. So Aquarius, you've got a very good month here with October. I would say the biggest thing that you probably want to focus on is really being knowledgeable to the best of your ability about your money and about your finances, because that's really going to put you ahead of the game. Sometimes it's just one little, like I said, one little nugget that unlocks everything or changes everything or triggers everything. And I'm talking about for the better, in a positive way, for the bigger good of you and your money. All right, so whatever you can, stay on top of that. Always be educating yourself. Always be open to learning more. All right, Aquarius, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Halloween Oracle card. I think I've said it before. I hate these ugly card backs because I think it looks like cheap, generic Halloween images, but the cards are still beautiful. All right, Aquarius, so you got the card of midnight. Yes, midnight, the most magical hour of all. I feel like this could be for some of you who are night owls, but also I'm thinking of this in the metaphoric sense. Well, you know, you're kind of working that midnight hour, or, you know, things happen in the midnight hour. You know, you think it's not going to happen, and then in the midnight hour, something happens, something changes, something takes place. So, I don't know. Midnight. Maybe that is your magical hour for the month of October, Aquarius. All right, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please drop them down below. I want to thank you so much for choosing to spend this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.